Weight is obviously, no pun intended, the elephant in the room that everybody has a huge issue with. But there are some that you wouldn't think, but actually are issues as well in the gym. Body dysmorphia. Body dysmorphia is a huge one. Just because you're out of shape and have a hard time in the gym, don't think that people that are actually in shape don't have a hard time in the gym as well. This is a huge, quiet issue that a lot of people don't talk about. I'll give you an example of people that fit this criteria. Have you ever noticed the extremely buff individual in the gym that is giving mug looks to everybody, slamming the weight, walking around with their chest too far out? These people are very much so afraid, and they have huge body dysmorphia where no matter how big they get, they still view themselves as being extremely small, because most of these guys at one point in time were very small individuals, weren't the top athletes in school. This is a newer development, and with that rushed new development, there's a lot of mental issues. If you're a human being that has always been a top athlete, has always been in shape, you don't need to prove it day in and day out, because if you did, you'd be fucking exhausted. At a certain time, you just live and keep it moving. But if you're a human being that all this muscle is new or all this athleticism is new, you don't know how to handle it. So you're doing it in horrible ways. Like I said, slamming weight, looking angry all the time, and being rude, and hogging up machines and grunting and all the dumbass shit that you see in the gym. But this person, I'm telling you, is very much so afraid and very much so not comfortable in their own skin, even though they look like $1,000,000. It is a sad predicament, but a lot of it is also chemically induced, meaning a lot of these human beings also do a lot of steroids, because no matter how big they are, they're never big enough, because there's always somebody else that they're paying attention to, and there's always somebody else that they're watching on TV that they want to be like, and they don't realize sometimes that's just genetics plus steroids. So if they're looking at this big old buff guy that's 6'4" and 310 pounds of all muscle, and they're 5'5", 210 pounds, well, your genetics are your genetics. I don't give a shit how many steroids you take. You're never getting to 6'4". You're never gaining another 100 pounds. So nothing is good enough for them. And they just have the worst mindsets and the worst issues, even more than the person that has excess weight going on. Another one